AI isn't replacing you, it's expanding your potential. Thanks for joining us on Jam Packed Business Made Easy. Every week, we break down how small business owners can use artificial intelligence, not as a threat, but as a breakthrough tool for growth. We're not just talking technology here, we're talking transformation. Check out jamout.ai for more information.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to dive into something really interesting today, AI for small business owners. Specifically, we're going to be talking about Claude.
Sounds good.
Yeah, there's all this buzz about AI taking over computers, right? Like even Microsoft is working on a tool that can like take screenshots and remember everything you're doing.
Oh, wow.
Kind of a little creepy.
Yeah.
But what if AI could help us, instead of trying to control us?
Well, that's where Claude comes in, and it's a really unique approach to AI, and especially for small business owners, I think there's a lot of potential there.
I was reading about this example where someone used Claude to brainstorm product ideas.
Okay.
They just asked Claude, hey, I need a new product idea to help babies sleep better. And Claude suggested this lullaby lamb with like a pulsing light.
Oh, wow.
It's really cool.
That's really neat, and that's actually a great example of how strong Claude is in creative thinking. And you know what's interesting is that both Claude and ChatGPT can generate text, but Claude's writing style feels so much more natural.
Oh, yeah.
Less generic.
Much more engaging.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not just product ideas. I remember we tried asking both Claude and ChatGPT to write like a short story with a twist ending.
Oh, yeah. How did that go?
Well, Claude's plot twist was way more dramatic
Oh, wow.
and unexpected compared to ChatGPT's. Was like, Claude really understood how to tell a good story.
It seems like it understands the nuances of whatever task you give it right.
Yeah.
Whether it's writing a story or coming up with a product idea. And this actually translates into other areas too. Like Claude is a fantastic proofreader and fact checker.
Really?
Yeah. In one of the sources, they gave Claude and ChatGPT this passage that was just riddled with errors, factual errors, grammatical errors, and Claude caught every single one.
Wow.
And then presented the corrections in this really easy to understand way.
So helpful.
It is.
Especially for small business owners who, might not have a dedicated proofreader.
Absolutely.
It's like having an extra set of eyes on your work,
Right. ChatGPT, on the other hand, tried to rewrite entire sentences.
Huh.
So while it did correct the errors, it was kind of hard to see what the original mistakes were.
Interesting. So they have very different approaches
Yeah.
for the same task.
Yeah, and I think that highlights how the underlying algorithms and their training data can really affect how the AI approaches solving a problem.
Okay, so Claude seems super valuable for small business owners already. But what about this new feature where it can control your computer?
Oh, yeah.
I hear it's not quite ready for everyone to use yet.
Yeah, the potential is huge.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to say, like, Claude, open my email and flag any urgent messages or schedule a meeting with my team for next Tuesday.
Right.
But the setup right now is a little complicated. It requires some technical know-how, and it's definitely not very user-friendly.
Yeah, I actually tried setting it up myself.
Oh, really?
And let me tell you, it was a struggle.
Oh, no.
You need to use this thing called Docker, which is like a virtual environment
Yeah.
that basically keeps Claude contained, so it's not directly controlling your actual computer.
Right. That makes sense from a safety perspective.
Yeah, it's a smart safety measure, but it definitely adds a layer of complexity.
Yeah, I can see how that would be a barrier for a lot of people,
Definitely.
especially for busy entrepreneurs who might not have the time or the expertise to troubleshoot that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's understandable that they're taking those precautions, especially given, all the concerns about AI safety and control these days.
For sure. But I think it's safe to say that it's not the most intuitive process.
Definitely not. And then you run into this rate limiting thing.
Right.
Like you're going along, getting all these great ideas from Claude, and then all of a sudden it just stops responding.
Yeah, I hit that wall too.
Really?
I was trying to get Claude to make this spreadsheet of tourist attractions near Dublin for a blog post,
Yeah.
and it just went silent on me.
So frustrating.
Yeah, super frustrating.
It's a pretty common problem right now, basically. Claude is still, early stages of development, and the servers can only handle so many requests at once.
Okay.
So if you're asking it to do something really complex, or if you're making a lot of requests, in a short period of time, it might just need to take a break.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So for now, it's probably best to think of this competitor control thing as a work in progress.
Yeah, definitely work in progress. But think about the future, though. Like, is
Mhm.
this something that small business owners should be, keeping an eye on and maybe even preparing for?
Yeah. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think the potential is just enormous, even with the limitations it has now. Claude can already open applications like Firefox.
Wow.
So imagine how that could evolve in the next couple of years, right? Like by 2025, I think it's totally possible that Claude could be handling much more sophisticated tasks.
What kind of tasks are we talking?
I mean, think about managing your calendar, responding to emails, maybe even creating presentations.
That would be incredible.
Right.
But even if the technology gets there, do you think small business owners are going to be comfortable, giving an AI that much control?
I think that's a legitimate concern, and it will definitely require, people to kind of shift their mindset.
For sure.
But I think the potential benefits outweigh the risks. Just imagine being able to free up hours of your time every week
Oh, yeah.
by delegating things like scheduling appointments, data entry, even social media management to Claude.
It'd be like having a virtual assistant that's available 24/7.
Exactly. And never takes a vacation.
Right. And can handle all these different tasks.
And it's not just about saving time, it's about what you can do with that extra time.
That's true.
Think about all the creative energy that you could, unleash if you weren't bogged down with all those administrative tasks.
Yeah, you could be focusing on strategic planning or developing new products and services.
Exact, or even just connecting with your customers on a deeper level.
So how can small business owners start preparing for this, AI-powered future? Should we all be running out to learn Docker right now?
I don't think that's necessary just yet. I think the technology is moving so fast, it's probably better to wait until things are a little more user-friendly.
Makes sense.
But what I would recommend is starting to familiarize yourself with AI tools like Claude and ChatGPT.
Okay.
Experiment with using them for brainstorming content creation, even basic task management, just to kind of get your feet wet.
Dip your toes in the water.
Exactly. And then as the technology advances, you'll be in a much better position to, really take advantage of those new capabilities as they come along.
Gotcha.
So it's all about staying curious, staying informed, and staying ahead of the curve.
Okay, so we've talked about how Claude is a great brainstorming partner,
Mm-hmm.
and it has potential to become even more helpful as its computer control abilities, get better.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some specific use cases, for small business owners today. How are people actually using Claude right now to, improve their businesses?
Well, there are so many possibilities, but one area where Claude really excels is in content creation.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, for example, a small business owner could use Claude to help them write blog posts, social media updates, or even email newsletters.
Right. And we've already talked about Claude's natural writing style.
Right.
So it seems like it'd be perfect for generating that kind of engaging content.
Exactly. And it's not just about generating the text itself. Claude can also help you brainstorm topics, research keywords, and even find relevant images or videos.
It's like having a whole content marketing team, right there in your computer.
Pretty much.
Man.
And another really interesting use case, I think, is customer service.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine using Claude to power like a chatbot on your website.
Okay.
That can answer basic questions, provide product information, even help customers troubleshoot issues.
That would be a game changer, especially for small businesses that don't have the resources to, staff a full customer support team. Plus, it would free up so much time for the owner.
Exactly. And because Claude is so good at understanding and responding to natural language, the interactions would feel so much more personalized.
More human-like?
Yeah, exactly. Compared to those traditional chatbots that just give you those, canned responses.
So you'd actually be able to have a conversation with the chatbot.
Yeah, and get your questions answered.
That was pretty cool.
It is. And, this is really just the beginning.
Yeah.
As AI technology keeps evolving, we're going to see even more creative and innovative ways for small businesses to use tools like Claude.
To really streamline their operations.
Boost their productivity and ultimately grow their business.
It's really exciting to think about all the possibilities.
It is.
But before we wrap up, I want to touch on something that I think a lot of people are concerned about when we talk about AI.
What's that?
Job displacement.
Ah, yeah. That's a valid concern. And it's something that we definitely need to be thinking about as AI becomes more widespread.
For sure.
But I actually believe that AI is more likely to augment human jobs rather than replace them entirely.
So it's more about AI working alongside humans.
Exactly. Think of AI as a tool
Okay.
that can help us handle those repetitive, time-consuming tasks so that we can free up our time and energy to focus on things that require, human creativity and problem-solving skills.
So instead of being afraid of AI, we should be thinking of it as, like a powerful ally.
Exactly. An ally that can help us achieve more than we ever thought possible.
Yeah, it's all about working smarter, not harder.
Right.
And it sounds like AI can really help us do that.
Absolutely. It's about using technology to make our lives easier and to free up our time so that we can, focus on the things that really matter.
Yeah. So to kind of sum things up, we've seen how Claude can be a really powerful tool for small business owners.
Mm-hmm.
It can generate text, brainstorm ideas, and even help with things like proofreading.
Uh-huh.
And while that computer use feature is still kind of a work in progress, it has the potential to, really change the way we work in the next few years.
I think the biggest takeaway here is that AI is not some futuristic concept anymore.
It's here now.
It's here, it's accessible, and small businesses can really benefit from it today.
Exactly.
Okay.
So as you continue to explore the world of AI, I want to leave you with a question to think about.
Okay.
How can you start incorporating AI tools like Claude into your business right now?
Yeah, how can you use it to streamline your operations, boost your creativity, maybe even gain a competitive edge?
And remember, the future work is collaborative.
Yeah.
It's about humans and AI working together.
Right? Working together to achieve amazing things. So embrace the possibilities, stay curious, and get ready to unlock a whole new level of success for your business.
That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.